What's up, everybody? Oh man, it has been a minute. Oh my goodness. It's been forever since I've streamed. So, we're gonna get caught up a little bit. Um, Hold on. Where is this thing at? I'm not trying to do death by ads. Where is this thing at? Oh man, it has been forever. Forever. First off though, I do want to say thank you Bungie for the 10 gifted subs. I know that you guys sent me this a little while back. I want to say thank you. I have been in class for the last couple of weeks and it's been a busy month. As you can see, the last time I talked to you guys, it was what, 58 days left in the army. Now we are down to 19, so it has been quite a while since I've last streamed. So
All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, Guardians. Welcome. My name is Dylan.
But we're gonna do the recap of the stream. So I got a chance to see it through Ask Across the streams, but I didn't get a chance to actually like be a part of it on my own stream. So we're gonna do like a little quick like recap.
Today we have a ton
And then after that, we're gonna jump right into the
No, we aren't going to rush. But we have Renegades.
the
We have
actual
some really cool stuff to talk about that's
Rise of Iron, not Rise of Iron, jeez, Ash and Iron update. So I've heard mixed reviews, a lot of it bad, but I'm gonna play it and then we're gonna find out, for ourselves how it is.
On the second half of the show, we're going to be looking at Ash and Iron. We'll have a bunch of devs on the couch. We're going to talk about the activities, the loot.
But man, it has been a minute since, like I said, it's been a minute since I've streamed.
So, without further ado, Robbie, how you doing? Welcome back to the couch.
Hey Dylan, it's great to be here. And like you were talking here in the intro, like
So hopefully it's not too loud. If it is, just let me know. If it's a little too loud, and we can adjust it.
A little bit of a first look at Renegades here.
Or if it's too low, we can also adjust.
There's a lot to get through, and there's a lot to talk about. So we're just gonna Dylan and I are making sure we're gonna get through it all. So we've been hard at work on collaborating with our friends at Lucasfilm Games to make something that is like unmistakably Star Wars, but authentically a Destiny story and experience. And so today we get to start pulling back the curtain on that.
And I'm going to embrace my inner Scarrow and ask, Robbie, is there a Vidoc?
Yeah, so you all asked for it. You're going to get it. We're about to play a Vidoc that is our first look at the Lawless Frontier. You're stepping into a world of criminals, shady deals, with an arsenal at your disposal that you'll only be able to find within a black market here that's emerged within Seoul. And so, yeah, let's take our first look at Renegades.
Seeing how stunningly Star Wars it felt.
I swear, every time I see her, she's always passionate.
I just jumped on that walker and I just annihilated the encounter.
Squeezing that trigger and feeling that blaster just go off, it was like a whole new world opened up for me.
There's something really special here that we haven't really done in Destiny before.
That ignition, that hiss, that sound.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
Just like that.
In the shadow of a prophecy that says our end is already written. It's here we draw a line in the sand where we start the long journey to fight our fate. In Renegades, Guardians infiltrate a criminal underworld to save a friend whose past has caught up with him and disrupt the rise.
Oh no, not Jermaine.
In special collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, we took inspiration from Star Wars to craft a one-of-a-kind Destiny story. Renegades redefines what an expansion can be. It brings the grit, guns, and glory of a space western to Destiny. But Renegades isn't just about power. It's about what you're willing to risk to change the future.
The folks at Lucasfilm were such great collaborators. They understood that in order for this to work, we had to find where the Venn diagram of our two stories meet. Themes of underdogs rising up against something much larger than themselves. Themes of hope. Those little places in that Venn diagram were the ones that really helped us find the story that we want to tell together.
If you look at Star Wars and you look at Destiny, you can kind of see that parallel that exists. So for instance, our Dredgen, they're our Sith.
Pretty Sithy.
Yeah, and then you've got the Barrett Imperium, and they are very, very Empire-like.
Yes.
They have a huge appetite for expansion.
I think of the Praxic Order. There are Jedi in this release, and they are very focused on order and law and understanding that there is a binary in our universe of good and evil. We get to poke at that a little bit in a way that suits our story and our world, while still feeling very much like the inspiration that we're calling from. Edge of Fate leaves us with a really big pass forward into the future. We know of this prophecy now that tells us that we need to bind the Nine or we face extinction. And Drifter was there on Kepler. He saw all of this.
Oh, spoilers. Well, if you haven't played the Edge of Fate, I should say.
Convinced that there's a connection between the Nine and the rise of this new faction, the Barrett Imperium. He sees them rising at an unnaturally fast rate and is insistent that there's a problem. But the Vanguard isn't listening. They're insisting that he needs to stand down.
The cool thing about this criminal underworld
Oh
is
my
you
goodness.
and Drifter and your crew, you come in at the bottom, and at the top, there's the Barrett Imperium. You need to work with all these crooked
A little
criminal
mob
syndicates
boss.
in between, earning your power, building up the notoriety, getting the gear that you need to take down that
Oh
powerful
my
Imperium at the
god.
top.
We got Gamlin
There's a
Vex.
weapon that the Barrett Imperium have made, and we need to be the ones to destroy it. And we're not going to be able to do that unless we work with exactly the kind of people that we normally fight. So we're going to head out to the lawless frontier, and one job at a time, we're going to take down the Imperium.
The Lawless Frontier is filled with big, chaotic, cooperative activities. You're going to choose the job, you're going to choose which renegade abilities you're going to take into those jobs, and then you're going to drop into the action with your team, smash up those objectives, get as many riches and treasures as you can, and then get out.
So is the blaster going to be a sidearm or
To
a
do that,
hand
you go
cannon?
to the Lost Frontier Hollow map.
That's
You'll see
the
Mars,
question.
Europa, and Venus with swamps that are very reminiscent of Dagobah. There's some hints of Hoth in Europa, right?
Yeah.
For fans of both Star Wars and Destiny, like Mars, which is some pits that are very reminiscent of Sarlacc pits, and you don't want to fall into them, you'll die.
These are key locations. It's just we're taking inspiration from some of these iconic places in Star Wars.
Let's say we go to Mars, and you're gonna pick a bounty hunting job for the Fallen to take out some Cabal. And then you either matchmake.
Is that going to be the
with
actual
people, and
screen
you
for it?
can play solo. Every time you drop in, you might be in a different location on the map. Your objectives are going to be a little different each time, and it also might be a different time of day. So there's a lot of variety and richness within these activities.
Okay, so it changes between night and dark, or
Along the way, we're going to throw
or
some curveballs.
day
You
and
might
night.
run into a missile tower that's trying to take you out from halfway across the map. And you have to like divert and take it out, and you get some extra credits out of that. Defeat your boss, get to the exfil with whatever time you've got left. Call your ship in. All hell drops in on your head from the Cabal. Your ship flies in.
So we got a new pulse
hop
rifle.
aboard, and you got to exfil.
What's with us getting a lot of
Over the course of
Strand
into
pulse
the
rifles
first game
lately?
of Renegades, you're going to be unlocking and earning a
Oh, that's
bunch
pretty
of
sick.
different Renegade abilities.
With the little drifter
Got
coin
things
flip.
like airstrikes, Cabal drop pods, vehicles like the Cabal Walker,
Like I said, I watched a little bit of this on a different stream, but
swoop bikes,
I only got a chance to watch just enough to get the the emblem.
abilities, 7 upgrades. There's a
Because
ton
I
of
was in
stuff
class
you
at
can
the
bring
time,
in
but
and
I'll
just change
we'll
it.
touch bases
Tree of options.
on
It's like a whole tree of
on what's
options,
going on
support
after
defensive and offensive abilities. So
after
you're gonna
this.
have a lot to play with here.
The Lawless Frontier isn't just about raw power. It's about influence. Shady backroom deals, working for these powerful syndicates and against them at different times. And all of this takes place at the heart of the criminal underworld in Tharsis Outpost.
The Vanguard have been put out of life. They've been off saving the world, and they haven't been looking at Tharsis. It's changed a lot since the last time we were there.
It's now this thriving black market, this criminal underworld.
Wait, did homie have a grill? We got cabals with grill? Oh my god.
Done. You can find it at Tharsis Outpost.
Tharsis Outpost feels appropriate for both Star Wars and for us. When we looked at Mos Eisley as inspiration, we knew that we could play in that playground in a really fun way. From
Oh
the
my
ghost that you'll see
goodness.
floating around to one Elixni with all 4 of his Elixni arms shaking up drinks. We took that inspiration and we found the Destiny spin on it. Criminal syndicates have moved in.
You're working with the syndicates. You are building your notoriety with them.
The 3 different syndicates that we created, we're going to be dealing with. The Pikers are Elixni. They're kind of like an anarchist biker gang. Unlike other Elixni, they're atheists. They don't worship machines. They follow Willix. We've also got the Totality
Follow
Division,
Willix.
a subsect of the Barrent Imperium. They're
Oh
run by
my
science,
god.
and
Homie's got a
they're
grill.
unfortunately
This is
rather
crazy.
of this group. And we've got Tharsis Reformation. They are a breakaway group from Maya's Vex. They're starting to think for themselves and figure out what it means to be an individual.
They're starting to do crime. They're, they're wearing clothes.
Crime and wearing clothes are what all individuals do. We need to have new people to fight and new people to root for.
Got a
And this was our
fucking
opportunity.
mafia Vex group.
At the heart of the Renegade fantasy is not just surviving the lawless frontier, it's garnering influence and building your power so that you can bend it to your will.
Oh, can we do duels?
In the end game, we get the best weapons, the best armor, the coolest exclusive cosmetics. You're going to need to work with the syndicates to increase your notoriety by completing jobs successfully alone or with
Oh,
a crew,
so-
and then doing so you'll unlock
So it's an
highest risk, highest
extraction.
reward jobs, and at the same time you're going to have the ability to do the special job that'll take you off planet to the dungeon. And you'll also unlock Invasion.
That's right, Invasion is back. But this doesn't work like Gambit. It's opt-in, the invader has some initiative when Invasion begins. This is more strategic.
You scan the battlefield, and you're like, okay, is this the right time for me to take the shot? And what's the right tool?
Oh, you
to
get
do it?
contracts?
Do I use an airstrike or a vehicle? Do I use a cabal walker?
Oh, that's sick.
Just
Oh,
watch
that's
it go
sick.
across. Yeah.
Oh man.
Renegades marks the Guardian's descent into a criminal underworld. A world of shadows and syndicates, where your light and your choices will cut a path forward. You'll fight dirty, break the rules, and build a hardened crew that can take on any job, standing up to the most ruthless syndicates in the system.
Dinner is more than just a meal. It's about
Oh my goodness.
delicious recipes and real food. Hello Fresh, because nothing hits like home cooking.
Oh, it's an actual Bungie one, so I can't skip this one. I sure enough was.
Clean up nice. Always. Need a hand?
Come on, come on.
Looks like our job here is done.
Borderlands. I don't have Borderlands, but let me know if it's good.
Even in the darkest corners of this world, there's still a glimmer of hope. Guardians will have to find their own version of balance between loyalty and survival, between power and purpose. Because there's more at play than credits and contracts. Forces are on the move, ones that see you not just as a player, but as a piece on the board. To change the future, you'll have to become the one thing they never saw coming.
Start the engines. Take off as soon as you can.
What? What? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Back. Sorry, I love Vidocs. I gotta stop looking at chat. Let's get the show on the road. So pre-orders for the new Renegade Standard Edition start right now. And we actually have some added bonuses. Even if you pre-ordered the, what do we got? Year of Prophecy Edition, we have 2 additional cosmetics that are going live today with the patch. The Starside Introduction Emblem and a new exotic ship, which we call the Renegade Leader.
Okay.
You're going to see it on the screen right now, and I'm going to ask a silly question. What are we looking at?
I mean, I think we're kind of looking at something that looks like an X-Wing here a little bit, maybe a little red leader action. So, I mean, this is one of our homages, right?
That's
The
dope.
team had a lot of fun with. So we wanted to build like an iconic ship, Dylan, that kicked off the road to Renegades here over the next few months. And what's cool about this is you're actually going to see your ship, whatever.
So you can get this one right
it's gonna
now.
be flying by when you deploy your Renegade abilities in the Lawless Frontier, and also you're going to be using your ship to go between different areas within the Plaguelands here in the Reclaim activity that's launching today as well.
Awesome. So with, pre-orders talked about, let's dive into the Vidoc. Robbie, where are we starting?
Yeah, so I think it's like probably best. There's so much like to do a really kind of quick overview of what we looked at here. So Renegades thrust you and your crew into the heart of a lawless frontier that's emerged around Mars, Europa, and Venus, all new locations across those places. And you're trying to keep up with Drifter, ultimately, who's chasing startling visions of calamity and rumors of a powerful new Cabal faction that's rising, the Barren Imperium. That Imperium's installed themselves as top dog in the criminal underworld, and Drifter's convinced that the Nine is involved with the Imperium's rapid growth. It wouldn't be the first time the Nine have meddled in the background and done some crazy things with Cabal-related.
So we got the
Anyway,
Nine dropping trains on people to summon in Jedi and Sith into our world.
Your way to the top of the lawless frontier, and that means you're going to be working with shaded
Kind of crazy game.
Destiny
Destiny has become a crazy game now.
For the right reason, you're being the bad guy to do the right thing.
You're
because
being
you
the
can't really
bad
ignore
guy
this
to do
prophecy
the right
station
thing.
that showed up at the end of Edge of Fate. Yeah.
So, I mean, you mentioned Drifter. We have a pretty stellar cast here, and there was a new character that we showed off in there.
Yeah, we showed one of our new characters. That's a new member of your crew who comes from the Praxic Order, actually. And they've been tasked with tracking down reports of dredging activity across the Lawless Frontier. And they've also been tasked with keeping an eye on Drifter because he's been seeing and saying some crazy stuff. Lately, and this is all being done in defiance of the Vanguard. So
how does Jermaine always get himself into like situations like this?
Syndicates and their bosses, and we just don't want to.
For some reason, he's always like in the center of this stuff. Always in the center of this for some reason.
Smuggling, sabotaging, bounty hunting, wearing clothes, doing crime.
It's important.
Let's talk about the gameplay.
Yeah, so being an individual means crimes and clothes. We've established that. Yeah.
And then put my boy on ice because he's a dredging.
So, one thing to make sure is clear here.
Gots
in
to
the
be more
campaign
careful.
That has a bunch of story missions. It's going to introduce you to.
I'm not gonna lie,
the
the
job
Cabal
that
look
you're
actually
taking,
pretty dope.
In addition to those story
What the
missions
hell is
within the
this?
Lawless Frontier. So you'll be kind of climbing the ranks of the criminal underworld here because the syndicates are not going to trust you out the gate. You kind of have to garner influence with them before they're going to help you out in dealing with the Imperium. And so then at the conclusion of the campaign, once that Imperium's chokehold is kind of loosened on Tharsis and the Lawless Frontier, you unintentionally kick off a turf war between the 3 syndicates because now they're all vying for power because you've kind of toppled the top dog of their power hierarchy. Yeah.
Okay.
And so let's talk about this. In December, the Lawless Frontier is coming. It's not just like a concept. It's an activity.
Yeah, and I know we're showing something on screen right now that is when you go through this daily ritual of dealing with contested territory, you'll be able to target the syndicate you want to kind of take down in that moment. But ultimately, the Lawless Frontier is a new activity where you'll be carrying out a variety of those missions, those smuggle, bounty hunt, sabotaging. I think you kind of can tell what they're going to be all about just with the name of them. And this is you just partnering with and against the syndicates. And so it's fast. it's tactical, and it's going to throw a ton of enemies and a variety of objectives within each of these jobs at your fire team in new locations across Mars, Europa, and Venus. This is all about big, chaotic co-op action within the Lawless Frontier. Yeah.
Cool. And then when you're working with the syndicates, like, I expect to be paid when I take on a job. Like,
Sure.
what are they going to be giving us?
Every criminal does.
Yeah,
right. You know what I mean? So,
there we go.
well, like one thing just to like talk about at the top, because Tom and I are really excited about this, the creative lead on Renegades. The Cabal have been dropping pods on your head for like 8 years now, something like that. And so with one of our Renegade abilities, we kind of get to turn the table on the Cabal and drop one on them. It also supplies you some ammo and stuff too, some nice convenience there. But the campaign ultimately like introduce you to a number of these abilities. In the Turf War, you'll actually choose which syndicates you want to pledge to in order to unlock more abilities in a bigger suite.
Oh snap! So we get
Also, depending on what
factions.
syndicate you're pledged to, there will be other bonuses and weekly shipments coming into Tharsis as well that you get to take advantage of. And so one thing I want to note too is that all of these Renegade abilities that we're talking about in the Vidoc, they're purely additive to your subclass abilities. The Renegade abilities do not override any of your other Guardian abilities. So like your super, your melee, your grenade.
Oh, that's pretty
all at
sick.
your disposal on top of these Renegade abilities. We really wanted to lean into the idea of this fantasy.
Got power on top of power.
Crew and the various roles you could play within the Lost Frontiers of all these different type of jobs that you're going to be doing.
Awesome. And then I have to give a shout out to James Sy. He's frankly one of the biggest Star Wars nerds I've ever met in my life. He was talking about the blaster and that feel the first time he shot it. Like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I love that blaster, and because like my personal joke is it's like Forerunner at home. It's kind of like a legendary version of that exotic, and it just feels fucking incredible. Oh, sorry, it feels incredible. So we're gonna have a weapons deep dive close to launch. I know it keeps saying that. There's a ton of the Vidoc.
Hey, man, I was trying to keep it professional.
What I say about blasters right now is their new powerful weapons in
Hey,
your arsenal.
I feel you.
And they actually draw ammo straight from your reserves.
We're dropping them
and so
bombs all
the
the time
point
at
of
the
this
workplace,
is
but
you
hey, you
have
try
a
to
gun
stay
and
professional in
invent
front of the
that. So
camera.
no reloading technically, but since you have to like charge up heat and you have to think about overheating, it's a whole mechanic and has its own special reload associated with it. And so it's going to be all about finding like the rhythm of pace and battle between building up heat and venting it. It's really fun to play around with, and the team is really honing in on something really special.
The way they both looked at the camera too, they.
Campaign because players discover that.
Yeah.
We've talked about the Lawless Frontier, but one of the
Oh my
components
god.
Oh yeah. So you're gonna unlock Invasion as part of that turf war we've been talking about, and the syndicates are like reaching out to you, and they're giving you contracts to play Hitman against other Guardian crews. So it's 1 versus 3. It's you versus a Guardian crew on the Lawless Frontier. And like we said in the Vidoc, Invasion is 100% opt-in for both the invaders and the defending fire team crew. But don't worry, because all of the difficulty modes, there's always an option that is available to you if you don't want to engage in Invasion. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that, because like even though some people love that PvE chocolate mixing with that PvP peanut butter, we wanted to make sure that if you didn't want to do that, there's always an option for you to do something else within the Lawless Frontier.
And then if you do opt in, though, there's more rewards or incentive, right?
I mean, yeah, you're like asking, you're basically saying, hey, fire team, I'm open to having another Guardian come and wreck shop and mess my day up, right? And so you're taking a higher risk, so therefore there's a chance of higher reward depending on how you handle that, right? Cool.
Yeah, I mean, so that covers gameplay effectively. We do have a dungeon. We showed a little tease, but again, no spoilers. We'll let you discover that on day one. Let's talk about the last thing that players may have seen, or the first thing, honestly. We saw chat blown up. Let's talk about the saber.
Right. So, yeah, this is Destiny's homage, right? It's our love letter to the Star Wars lightsaber. And we're calling it the Praxic Blade. Again, we'll be sharing a whole lot more closer to launch. I'm really sorry. I feel like a parrot right now just saying the same thing. But what I can say is that the Praxic Blade is going to be highly customizable in both gameplay and visuals. And so there's going to be a ton of parts and components that you'll be chasing and discovering throughout the Lawless Frontier, within the Turf War, within the dungeon itself. And this is all about kind of making the Praxic Blade your own. And you saw it in the Vidoc, but the blade really does feel truly exotic right now. You can do things with it that...
What? Oh! Don't. God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. As soon as it gets to the good part, Bungie's ads. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's not me, I swear. I promise you, it's not me. I actually toned down my ads for this. Oh my goodness. As soon as it gets to the good part, it's like, yeah, customizable lightsabers. That's wild. That's wild.
I think I'm supposed to give you this? I think he's the one.
No other weapon can do in Destiny, and I really can't wait till players get their hands on it here in a few months.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Hold on.
that's it for.
Hold on now. Hold on, brother.
Going to be a ton of parts.
We're gonna go back.
components
We're gonna
that
go
you
back
can
to that.
Discovering higher risk, so therefore there's
No spoilers. We'll let you discover that on day one. Let's talk about the last thing that players may have seen, or the first thing, honestly, we saw chat blown up. Let's talk about the saber.
right. So yeah, this is Destiny's homage, right? It's our love letter to the Star Wars lightsaber, and we're calling it the Praxic Blade. Again, we'll be sharing a whole lot more closer to launch. I'm really sorry. I feel like a parrot right now just saying the same thing. But what I can say is that the Praxic Blade is going to be highly customizable in both gameplay and visuals. And so there's going to be a ton of parts and components that you'll be chasing and discovering throughout the
Customizable
Frontier,
lightsabers.
within the dungeon itself. And this is all about kind of making the Praxic Blade your own. And you saw it in the Vidoc, but the blade really does feel truly exotic right now. You can do things with it that no other weapon can do in Destiny, and I really can't wait till players get their hands on it here in a few
Oh,
months.
this is gonna be sick.
Awesome.
Oh, this is gonna
Well,
be sick.
That's it for Renegades. We have two more big subjects to go through today. So thanks for running us through that.
Of course.
Our next section
Oh, this
is
is gonna
going
be
to be
sick.
all about live. It's going to be about a lot of the feedback that we've been seeing in the live game since Edge of Fate launched. And then after that, we'll be talking about Ash and Iron with another cast of devs to talk about a bunch of cool stuff. So ultimately, we have quite a lot coming over the next few months. We're going to be talking about a bunch of high-level goals, objectives, some of our philosophy. We do not have a roadmap today, but we will have a roadmap in the next few weeks outlining our road to Renegades, which I've been calling it selfishly. So we'll figure out a fancier name for it at some point, but let's dive in. I think the first thing that I want to talk about here, let me get this up. I mean, ultimately, this feels like we're having a mini community summit on the stream.
Yeah.
But let's talk about rewards. Let's talk about the portal. Let's talk about power. Let's talk about the climb and the feedback that we've been seeing.
Okay.
Yeah, so to do a little bit more table setting and framing here, like we said at the top of the stream, we've been taking a lot of this feedback to heart, right? We've been listening very intently. We've been looking at our data, and Dylan, we know we need to make some changes, right? And so this is what this whole next section is going to be about. We're going to talk about a ton of stuff. Some of it, a little bit.
Okay, so the only thing that I think the only thing that I'm worried about when it comes to raids and dungeons for the improvements is, like, is that just going to be the new ones, or is that going to be, like, all across the board?
Is going to come from Ash and Iron, a lot more in Renegades, and then even more in the future. And so coming back to the power climb, we want it to be faster. We want it to have improved rewards, and we Renegades launches. And so that means looking at the Renegades
I assume not,
and the Renegades jobs and the Law's Frontier.
because
and
it sounds like,
there, and making sure
at least to me, it sounds like it would be too much effort, or not too much effort, too much work to try to reprise all of the.
That there was a bunch of cool stuff to do and some rewards to get, but it didn't fit into the seasonal power game, right? It didn't feel like it was a viable path. And so these big chaotic fire,
I feel like it would be too much work to,
and all that variety we're
well,
putting
too much
into
time
it,
and
it's
work
gonna be this engine
to try to
climb seasonal
reprise
power. You're
the
just loving that activity.
raids and dungeon, especially gear sets and
Yeah, and you touched on
trying to get them to,
content. So when we look at it,
like,
you're doing
new
power
tier
climb,
gear,
but
because, like,
you're looking at the end game, and our raids and dungeons are.
I mean, they did it.
Yes, they are. So
I'm gonna have to start doing. I would have to start doing solo dungeons again.
That's going to come out of it. So our focus initially here is going to be on the new raid and dungeon content in this conversation. So
Okay,
that is
so
the
new
Desert
raid and then-
Perpetual,
okay.
the Epic Raid here in a couple weeks, and then the dungeon releasing with Ash and Iron.
I still need to do that.
We want to make sure that those are more dependable sources of power, both from weekly challenges, some of which that are going to happen in Ash
I
and
barely
Iron.
did Salvation's
and
Edge.
Also we're going to be looking at the power drops that come when you're completing encounters and looking to see if we can adjust those and juice them up a little bit. The other big area, because what we're talking about when we say aspiration is like in-game. You're doing an in-game thing. I should be rewarded for that. So with the launch of the Epic Raid for the Desert Perpetual and Epic Raid and then the dungeon afterwards, we're going to make all drops, the base drops you earn in that content, tier 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's ultimately
Tier 3.
attesting to like players got through some of the power grind. They
I don't
went
think
into
I'll be
raid,
able to
they were
do
seeing
the
tier 1, tier 2
day
drops,
one
right?
raid
In-game loot. So
per se.
we're making this
The
tier
dungeon,
3 is the baseline, but
I
then
think
we
I can
move up
swing
to
that
tier
one.
4,
I think I can
5
swing the
to add
dungeon
more
at least.
challenge, add more difficulty.
Yeah, and
So-
sorry, I think we hit on it, but I just want to make sure. We talked about improved
I'll
rewards,
explain
right,
why
and some of the newer content
later.
that is coming.
But
This
there's
effort
a lot of
is
stuff that's
also being
coming
applied across the
to my
board
life. I
itself.
should say.
And so, Dylan, I know you and I've talked
As
about it
you
a
can
bunch,
see
you know, talking
the-
about solo ops, right?
The
Yes,
19
Yeah, let's talk about variety in the
Yeah.
portal and more.
the
reasons
19
for ways to
days
play.
Yeah, exactly.
left in the
Part
army.
of that, right? Part of that theory, right?
That-
here is
that
just like
plays
that
into it.
thinking is we just have to improve the rewards, right? And so a lot of what we're doing is going to be about bringing the baseline of the reward experience with Renegades up to that, closer to that solo ops experience, and also really incentivize playing in fire teams more because hey, we know Destiny's feeling lonely right now if all you do is spend time in the mines, right? And so
Yeah.
we want to do a much. We know we need to do a much.
I feel like I'm the
better,
only
job.
one
Yeah,
that
the other-
does
sorry,
not
yeah, go ahead.
grind
Just to go
Caldera.
into that example, like we're talking about.
Like I've heard
power,
so many
solo
people
op
say, "Oh,
activity,
go
but
grind the
there's
mines,
the
go
most
grind the
power
mines."
path to power. So
No,
social
I'm like
game Destiny,
355.
It is a problem where
350
you feel
something.
Like you should be playing alone for all the reasons. It's like, hey, sorry friends.
I do
you wanna play
so
ranked
many
with
other
somebody
like
else? Sorry, I'm gonna go into Caldera. and play
events.
alone.
I'm just
We
not.
want to address that. We want
I'm
to make
not
sure
about to
Destiny is
grind the
social and
mines.
fun,
It's just
fun to
not
play
in
with
me.
friends, while still maintaining, hey, as a solo player, you can absolutely hop in,
You got
but we aren't going to make you feel worse. So, example there too, we said, hey, we're going to tone down Caldera and solo ops. We're actually reverting that. We had announced it. We're taking that back. And as you said, that's the new benchmark. We're going to raise things up to feel like Caldera and feel rewarding like solo ops.
Yeah, and we've already talked about that. We're going to
Okay.
do some of that in Ash and Iron. One of the other things we're looking at doing in Ash and Iron right now is taking our bonus engrams and having them just more consistently award power deeper into the climb and adjusting that. We're also, this is a good segue, I think, kind of into our next area where we can talk more about reworks we're going to be doing within the game and some changes we're making. So the other thing we're going to be doing with bonus engrams when Renegades launches is they're going to feed more into a weekly ritual. You know, a thing that you know when it launches, there's a bunch of stuff to do that's going to accelerate you into power climb.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the effectively weekly reset curated activities from Bungie. So you have a moment each week of, let's hop into raid night. Let's do Grandmasters, things like that.
Yeah, so the
I
thing
feel like
speaking
you
to,
should
Dylan, the thing we
spread
talked
the
about a lot is,
rewards like
yeah, claim that raid
around.
night, right?
You know
We
what I'm
gotta get
saying?
that feeling of hey, I log in on Tuesday and there's just like a bunch of stuff to look forward to. And so a few ways we're
Like I
gonna
feel
do
like
that is
instead of
we're
having
gonna
like the
have a
top
new
3
system that
events,
we're calling Vanguard offers,
you
that
know,
comes
on
out
the
every
portal
week.
be the
So
the
Vanguard
go-to
orders
for
are
your
actually
thing.
this, like,
Just
new objective
distribute it
system,
evenly on the
where
portal so
you're
that
gonna
way
be-
a lot
we should have
a
live
lot
on
more.
screen,
Or no, don't
right
even
now.
distribute it.
It looks like our
Reward
monitor
people
is
for
showing
the
exactly
time. Like if
thing
you're doing
that our
Onslaught, it should be a little
studio,
bit
so I'm
more
just gonna assume it's running.
engrams for those
And so
ones.
with
You know,
these
for the
Vanguard
for the
orders,
more lengthier ones, it needs to have a
you're
little
gonna have
bit
all these
more.
different
But they at least
objectives that
should
you can
have
do,
all like
and
some
you
kind
don't
of
have
bonus
to,
to it. Like hey,
pick these up like
each one
balance,
gives you
right?
like
These are things that
chest,
just be
arms,
automatically
you know,
granted to you,
whichever.
when you log into the portal.
Instead of
And then
just
you-
the
these- what's really
first
cool about
3
these
that
is they
could give you
almost have that,
something.
like Destiny 1 bounty vibe, where as you complete an order on the left-hand side of the screen of this mock-up here, you will actually roll. You can roll on higher tier orders, like a legendary order that will give you consistent rewards.
Season of the
or an
Redacted.
exotic tier order that can give you exotic tier rewards. And so this is all about just creating a bunch more like little moments of variety within the portal and these different little objectives that you can do. We already touched on bonus engrams a little bit and how we're going to be reworking those even more with Renegades launches to feed into that idea of like, look at all these things in the portal. I know if I go and gobble up all the green engrams, I'm accelerating on my power climb, and that's much easier and clearer for players to understand. But the other place that we've been getting a ton of feedback on, and we're going to be making changes to, is the weekly conquests, basically. So right now, we have the concept of the conquest as a milestone on your seasonal power journey, and it gives you like a massive, like big dump of rewards. We are going to be making those we're going to be making it repeatable, but then there's going to be a weekly reward for them. There's no way for us, honestly, to balance the crazy amount of rewards you get from the milestones, but we're going to make sure we incentivize them and create a weekly version as
and we actually have a change going live today to make conquests repeatable, but the rewards component is what we need to focus on for a future update.
Yeah, and Dylan, you and I were talking about this a bunch over the last couple of days. Is we want to get back to that. We want to get conquest closer to that GM feeling, that Grandmaster Nightfall feeling of the past, and that's kind of like our little North Star for that. Yep. The other big thing too that we've been listening to feedback on, and we're moving really fast on right now, is getting weekly legacy raid and dungeon content as a tunnel from the portal to that.
There we go.
So,
okay.
To set expectations here with Renegades, this is going to first come in the form of, hey, reasons to play this content, to do weekly challenges and earn powerful rewards from them, right? Again, we want this weekly reset. We want you to clearly know when you log in, here's a bunch of stuff to look forward to play with your friends and others. The reason I have to set expectations, though, is we hear the feedback about wanting the gear reprised from raids and dungeons. Dylan, if we could just flip a switch and make that happen, I think we'd be more than happy to do that. But it's just not that simple. There's a bunch of work that goes into actually creating the new gear and the gear tiers. And so we are going to be looking to make the reward experience of Legacy and Raid dungeons better as time goes on. Our first focus is making it fit into that weekly reset.
Okay. So there's still a chance.
Dungeon layers. In the portal, there are going to be three encounters coming from Legacy dungeon content. You can get power bumps from those. You can get portal gear from those, but we hear the feedback on general rewards.
Yes.
So,
yeah. We're gonna be looking to add more to this, what this weekly ritual feels like. These are the areas we are targeting initially here for Renegades.
Come on, man.
So let's move on
telling
to
you,
our
tier
final
5 dungeon loot,
really are centered around sandbox.
Yeah.
First of which is
or
gonna
just
be build
tier
crafting, and
tier
the second is
dungeon
around
loot, like a
just
reprise version of it. Oh
balance.
my goodness!
So we have another
Give me a
list here
reason
of-
to do
honestly, we've been
duality
getting a ton
again.
of feedback around feature gear. We've been getting feedback around legendary weapon
Not even just
tiering.
duality,
What are we
just
changing?
Yeah. So this whole space is about expanding build crafting and gear chase. And
oh,
we
actually,
have,
the
we
new
hear-
dungeon,
we hear that
Thunder
feature gear is
Doctrine.
far too restrictive
Oh man,
for how you're playing.
actually, yeah, that makes more
So one of
sense
the big
because
changes we're making
there's
is
like
all
with the new
exotic
gear,
weapons
there's really
and
no
armor
point of
are
doing
gonna be
Thunder
featured
Doctrine.
gear starting in Renegades.
Or
The class items, your prismatic builds, they're back on
what's
the
that
table.
other
You
one?
don't have to worry about it
That
anymore.
was before
You're
it.
not having to think about what exotic you put on. It's all about what build you want to craft, right? The other thing that
Oh,
we've been
man, I
listening to a
can't
lot
remember
when it
what it
comes to
was.
the gear chase is hey, you might earn a tier 1, 2, or 3 weapon, a roll of a weapon you really love, your personal god roll, or the community saying this is a god roll. And you're looking at that and you're like, man, it's cool, but
I can't
it's
remember
not-
what the
it's not
dungeon
that
was
top tier,
before.
right? And so
Thunder
in Shadow and
Doctrine.
Order, which is our major update
Vesper's
after
Hearts.
Renegades, you're
See,
going
those
to
are
be able to enhance
Those are brand new
the tier of
dungeons,
your
and
legendary
there's no
weapons
point in even running
all
those
the way
again.
from tier 1 to tier 5 with a new currency and a new feature that we're building for them.
Especially with the
Again, this is all
avant-garde
about,
mod,
expanding.
there's no point in even doing it because you
before
can't
we
even
get ahead of ourselves,
run it.
as a player, and I'm guessing in chat, people are saying, "Oh, so I should be keeping my tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 weapons. Where am I going to put these? What's going on with vault space?"
Yeah, so with Renegades, we are going to give you more vault space. That is the thing we're going to be doing. And also, the team is working on a pretty big update to improve the sorting and filtering of just using your vault in-game as well.
Yeah, we'll have many more details in the coming weeks and months when we get this roadmap together. But our final note in this section before we go to balance is the portal.
Wait a
sword.
minute.
Yes, yeah. So right now with the feature.
Hold
the
on,
new-
hold on. God dog it. God dog it. Oh my god. Right as I was getting ready to run it back to me to see what to clarify. If I could skip it for you guys, I would. If I could skip it for you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Y'all are getting hit with my ads, Bungie's ads. This is a horrible experience. Oh my god. Dude, like this dude came back just to give us double the ads. Ads from Bungie, ad from his Twitch. Like this guy's a piece of work. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh man, is it? And then you know what's crazy? It's probably it's even worse for those of you that are watching on YouTube because then you got the Twitch ads, you got the YouTube ads, and then you got Bungie's ads. Oh, adception. Oh my god, what a horrible experience. So I apologize. I apologize.
There is just an intrinsic bonus that you
Okay.
get for wearing that gear. I guess it's extrinsic
Hold on.
because we're asking.
No. Stop it. I don't know why y'all keep doing this. No, I'm not trying to clip it. Hold on, where's your thing at?
More details in the coming
Where's
weeks and
that?
months.
Exotic weapons and armor are going to be featured gear that
Oh.
actually creating the new gear and the gear within the portal and these different little objectives that you can do. We already touched on bonus engrams a little bit and how we're going to be reworking those even more with milestone on your seasonal power version.
And we actually have a change going live today to make conquests
Going
repeatable.
to first come in the form of, hey, reasons to play this content, to do that, actually creating the new gear and the gear tiers. And so we are going to be looking to make the reward experience of Legacy and Raid dungeons better. Yeah.
Skip it.
And we're gonna be looking to add more to this, like what this weekly ritual feels like. These are the
Getting a ton of feedback around featured gear.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we
feedback
go.
around,
Here we go.
like, legendary weapon tiering. What are we
Yes.
changing?
Yeah, so this whole space is about expanding build crafting and gear chase. And we hear y'all. Like, we hear that featured gear is far too restrictive for how you're playing the game right now. And so one of the big changes we're making is all exotic weapons and armor are going to be featured gear starting
Okay.
in Renegades. So the class items, your prismatic builds, they're back on the table. You don't
Thank
have to worry
you.
about it anymore. You're not having to think about
Gosh,
exotic
because like I'm
armor,
using my
exotic
necrotic
right? The other
build
thing
right
that we
now,
run
and
into a lot
Lord,
when
when
it
it comes
to
to like the
gear choice is like,
avant-garde one, I gotta
hey,
keep
you
switching
might
to like
earn a
solar
tier 1,
in
2,
order to run my build, or
weapon,
like
a roll of a
to
weapon you
switch
really
the
love,
entire
for
build
a god roll, or the
together.
community saying this is a god roll, and you're looking at that and you're like, man, it's cool, but like it's not that top tier, right? And so in Shadow and Order, which is our major update coming after Renegades, you're going to be able to enhance the tier of your legendary weapons all the way from tier 1 to tier 5 with a new currency and a new feature that we're building for those. Again, this is all about expanding that gear chase.
Yeah. And before we get ahead of ourselves, like as a player, and I'm guessing in chat, people are saying, oh, so I should be keeping my tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 weapons. Where am I going to put these? What's going on with vault space?
Yeah, so with Renegades, we are going to give you more vault space. That is the thing we're going to be doing. And also, the team is working on a pretty big update to improve the sorting and filtering of just using your vault in-game as well.
So we can upgrade from tier
we'll have
1 to
many
tier
more
5
details
gear,
coming, weeks
and we're
months
getting
as we
vault
get this
space.
roadmap together.
Okay.
But our final note in this section before we go to balance is the portal scoring.
Yes, yeah. So right now with the featured and new gear,
Okay.
there is just an intrinsic bonus that you get for wearing that gear. I guess it's extrinsic because we're asking you to put it on. But anyway, you have it on, you get a score bonus in the portal, which means you're not only thinking about like activity customization, your build, but also now you have to think about the score too, and like, should I wear this or not in order to chase the high score? And for the vast majority of the experiences in the portal, we think that's just too much complexity right now. And so we are sunsetting that idea. And so again, this is going to drastically open up the space for you to basically use whatever you want in the vast majority of things you play inside of the portal when you're chasing gear and doing that power climb. Yeah.
And a North Star for this, when y'all were talking about it, we've had a ton of conversations with the dev team, is like, there's a lot of feeling of I'm playing Destiny the wrong way, and this was contributing to it because I had to think, oh, if I put this armor on, it's wrong. This helps that out and gets you into the fun faster.
Yes, and then like we do believe and see a space for ways to highlight gear and exotics and things like that. You know, stuff we've done with the artifact for a while now. We want it to be part of the game because I think, you know, pushing people off of the super hot stuff is really healthy sometimes to just have more fun and experiment with things. But we know that we need to find ways to make this feel like a bonus and more excitement to do it versus what we currently have now, which is why we're making these changes.
Awesome. Yeah, and then our last section here for quality of life, let's talk about sandbox balance. Y'all have been really taking a lot of the feedback to heart since the announce of quite a few nerfs and some balancing. And
Oh, yeah.
you have some new approaches to philosophy when it comes to this.
Yeah, so at the top here, one of the things we're doing is we're upgrading our internal process for kind of how we evaluate our buff and nerf policies and also the timing of which when we go out and do those. And so a big part of that here through Renegade's launch is going to be.
I feel like you just should just separate the PvE ones from the PvP ones.
So
That's it. We've seen you guys do it before. Just separate some of these.
Changes we're making, but it's giving time for us to make sure that when we do start to do more balance updates a little more frequently again, we communicate honestly. We just need to do a better job about communicating about why we're changing something and some of the intent behind it. And the reason I speak about this. Yeah, because you asked me this a couple times in our rehearsal, Dylan. It's like, what does non-critical mean? Sorry, I'm taking your words here.
No.
I'm just on a roll. We really want to make sure that we're still making balance changes, or if we have to ban something for that epic raid race or the dungeon race that's going to happen with Renegades, right? The quality of that experience is incredibly important to
I'm
us.
telling you, just do a separate nerf. Do a separate nerf. Like if contest mode comes out, the nerfs will be only for that instance, for that moment. Like, hey, these nerfs are for contest mode and contest mode only. And then once contest is over, it will go away for the rest of the raid or whatever.
That's
Like,
critical.
it doesn't make sense to nerf my stuff because the contest is
We actually have
going.
a list here of we announced some tuning changes or nerfs that we're going to be reverting. Last week we were talking about Grand Overture and Queenbreaker.
Yeah.
We're reverting the changes there.
Yes.
And then we had some reworks to
Because it didn't make
exotics like
one that didn't even
Stronghold,
make sense
Chromatic
to
Fire. We're going to be reverting those, and then as a part of
to
this
go off the
initiative where
Queensbreaker.
we're looking at our philosophy, reevaluating how we do these things, we'll be looking how we approach it and how we communicate it.
Yes.
So
exactly.
cool. And then final note to end on a high, honestly, like we've been talking about nerfs and let's talk about buffs.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So we've got some buffs. We've been working with the gameplay team around supers and subclasses that are going to be.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got Ash and Iron.
Some with Ash and Iron here in October, but then also in December with Renegades. And I think you've been talking with them a little more closely actually in the last 24 hours.
Big thank you to Ben Womack, Eric Smith, Sandbox team. A couple notes, like we saw a thread where folks were saying, hey, the original 3 supers that launched with Destiny 11 years ago, happy birthday.
Yeah.
They feel a bit undertuned. And I saw a note where it's like Ward of Dawn, Titan Bubble. That needs to be brought up. Golden Gun. I know Warlocks are getting some abilities changes too.
Turrets.
So
turrets changes coming very soon.
And grenades and other things too outside of turrets.
I did hear about that one.
We will have a full list over the coming weeks, and honestly, it may build. We need to get our roadmap together so we know exactly which hot fixes, updates they're going to be rolling out in. But yeah, we'll be as transparent as possible with you. So to really end it and get into the awesome Ash and Iron content, thank you again to everybody that's been giving us feedback. Thank you to everybody that's been playing and diving into all the changes. We know some need work, and we're going to be doing that. We've been listening, and now we're getting through the planning stages, and we're executing on a bunch of changes over the next few updates and beyond Renegades. So, Robbie, thank you for joining us. As we're going into Ash and Iron, we got to get the catch full of new devs.
Yep.
So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. And yeah, we're listening, and we're going to keep responding to the feedback. So thank you all so much. And yeah, let's get some more people on the couch. I've been talking too much.
Yeah, you brought up Vidoc. We have a trailer for Ash and Iron roll.
Let's do it.
The Conductor's forces are rampant to the Plaguelands.
It's not even the Plaguelands anymore.
Setting
God.
out to investigate and take action. Be ready for anything.
I'm not gonna lie. This part right here is the biggest letdown for me because there's no Siva. There's just no Siva. Like, I'm glad that we're back at the Plaguelands, but there's no Siva. Oh God. Oh my God, there's so many ads in that dungeon. Hold on, wait. Okay, there's the dungeon. That was whispered. Wait. Damn. Oh my God. Oh my God. heresy.
Stay in the fight. We're almost home.
What you mean stay in the hunt? We're almost home. This is nothing. This seems like nothing compared to what we've been fighting
All right,
lately.
welcome back. In about 20 minutes, the content from that trailer is going live. Let's talk about Ashen Iron.
It's already live.
We have a bunch of really cool
I am
stuff
2
coming
days
with
late.
a new activity called Reclaim. We have a new introductory activity that's going to be giving you some insight into the narrative. We also have an exotic mission coming in October. Team's finishing up on that, and we're super excited for the weapon that's associated with that. And we actually have some updates to recurring events like Iron Banner, Arms Week, Festival of the Lost, and more. So without further ado, hello, welcome to our couch, wonderful developers. Some of you have been here before, but Noah, first on the couch, this is your first time.
Yeah, no, I'm super happy to be here.
Yeah, welcome. For folks to learn who you are,
Yeah.
who are you? What do you do? What's your title?
Yeah, my name's Noah Pearson. I'm an associate sandbox designer here at Bungie. While my title is like officially working on the armor team, I do work in exotic armor from time to time, but you find me more commonly working on the seasonal artifacts, like the one for Heresy, the current one for Season of Reclamation. Both those are mine. But I've also branched out and I've gotten to do a pretty cool exotic weapon in this release as well.
Awesome. Next on the couch, Jerome, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Yeah, really quick, let's get a summary. Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Jerome. I'm a narrative leader, so we do the lore, we do the dialogue, we do the cutscenes, and we plan the overall story for Destiny 2.
Awesome. Last but not least, Clayton,
Hey.
welcome back. I believe you were last here for Revenant and Into the Light.
Yep.
Yeah, for folks that may have missed out on those streams, who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm a design lead here for the activities and events area on Destiny 2, and in the past I've been activity designer or feature owner for activities like Onslaught or Coil or Seraph Shield. So it's been really fun getting my hands dirty in different types of activities and bringing those experiences to the players.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So
Did that Guardian name himself Vostok? Oh my
This is
god.
our new activity, Reclaim. But Jerome, let's talk about narrative. How are things kicking off?
For sure. Well, Maya Sundaresh, the conductor, has somewhat overextended herself.
She getting on my nerves too.
Kepler during the events of Edge of Fate. And she foolishly tried to meddle in the affairs of the Nine and actually assassinated 3 of the 9, which is the 3 of Earth.
3 being a single entity, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's going to have huge knock-on effects for the people of Earth in physics and chemistry, and we'll hear a lot more about that in Renegades. But for now, Maya is somewhat depleted, right? And she is starting to lose control over her collective. She's starting to bleed individuals at the edges of her collective, and those are the pants-wearing, poker-playing Vex that you saw.
Crime. Yeah.
Exactly. And so she needs to reassert control over her collective. And in order to do that, she needs a signal boost to maximize.
Got the Vex
the
from the
power
hood.
between And the best tool for that job is, of course, Golden Age tech. And the best place to find Golden Age tech is in the Vanguard Vault, which is why Ashen Iron begins with a defense of the tower from a smash and grab by Maya's forces, both Vex and conscripted Cabal, which you'll learn more about during the season. But that's going to be a start, but not sufficient for her plans. So she will need a fully functional warset network to really expand her reach. And there's only one place where you can find that, and that's in the Plaguelands, which is where most of Ashen Iron takes place.
Awesome. So speaking of the smash and grab, when players first sign in for Ashen Iron, they're going to see a node that they can launch for the introductory mission. It's not auto-launched. You're going to select it, jump in when you're ready. But
Bungie,
after that, you'll hop
this
into
is the
Reclaim.
part
Those
where
are gonna
you
be,
cook.
some new
This is
activities
the
and
part where
play.
you cook.
Let's get a quick overview. What
If
are players
we,
seeing on the screen?
if we're,
Yeah, so Reclaim is our new 3-player activity.
this is why you need to put me on the narrative team.
Like Jerome was saying,
That's why you need to put me on the narrative team, because I was about to say, if this is, if this could
Cystic
go
tech and
to where you could reintroduce
those areas,
Siva,
those territories.
honestly.
Because
we closed it off.
We
closed it off last time, right? And all the rest of the Sivas inside, we destroyed what we could and whatnot, right? This is the part where you could literally reopen Siva, but in Maya's control if you're trying to make her the big bad. Which then
you're trying
slowly
to go in there and
reintroduce a new
play
version
in a similar way that you might find
of
in,
Wrath of the
like, Overthrow,
Machines,
where we took a lot of inspiration from.
but
So you get
Maya's
to choose
Collective.
how you want to feel that progress bar. Do you want to finish?
Get my
a
Chaos
bunch of
Dogma
encounters
back.
that are
That's what I
randomly
want. I want my
generated,
Chaos Dogma. I want you
bunch
to put
of
it in my hand
ability, you
and
can
say, "Hey,
progress
Yokai,
by finding
go crazy.
hidden chests or
Go
defeating
crazy
roaming,
with it."
hidden
Such a
targets.
great scout
There's
rifle.
collectibles in there as
Such a
well.
great scout rifle.
Um,
Such a
all
great
on the
raid.
timer, so
And
you
that's
can, like,
literally the
strategize
only
time
raid
to go through the
that we're
area.
missing.
And then
That's the
once
only
you
raid we're
complete
missing.
the area,
The only
unlike
raid.
Overthrow, you
We've
can
got
choose the next
everything
area
else
by way of,
from D1.
ship.
We're missing one.
Stellar.
And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
y'all
I
are
was talking to our
tiptoeing
gameplay
slowly
folks
back
before
into
this
like the
launched, and
vanilla
we talked a bit
D2
about there's a bit
days
like nether
of
game
the stuff that was
where you have your main
sunsetted and
objectives, and then you can find
slowly
things throughout the
bringing
area as
stuff
well.
back.
Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, we have.
Tell me, this is it right here. If you really want to
Gave
cook,
us these, like, quite frankly unbalanced
Tell me.
buffs that will have a rare.
Maya
chance
having
of
control of
spawning.
Siva and the
Choose
War
this
Sap.
one. One example is that if you choose it, you'll just be radiant and.
Just put me on the
what's the
narrative team.
radiant
Put me on the
and,
narrative team.
amplified. Thank you. Yeah.
I got some
just the
stuff.
whole
I
time.
got some ideas.
Yeah, have
I'll
fun
help you guys
choosing
cook.
between these crazy buffs and using them to finish the activity.
Awesome. And when we're talking about collectibles, there's going to be some lore collectibles too, correct?
Absolutely. We're continuing the pass forward from the previous expansion, and those lore drops will tell players a lot about what to expect in Renegades, both in the cast and the themes. Though it's not explicit, so they'll have to use a little detective work, we hope, but it will give a lot of information about what's to come.
Got it. So these are going to be like the data pads you find
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the portal.
Exactly.
Awesome. Yeah, so I mean, let's talk about weapons. Let's talk about the loot. And Noah, now it's time for the spotlight to go on you.
Yeah.
First up, let's talk about the exotic that's going to be in the rewards pass for Ash Iron. This is going to be our pulse rifle.
Yeah, so Noon Malpice is going to be our reward pass exotic for this release.
Noon
Obviously with
Palsize?
The Edge of Fate, we released a rocket frame pulse rifle, Mint Retrograde, that people have really taken to a liking for. And we kind of took a look at that and we're like, well, what's a cool way to one-up that and like plus one it for an exotic? So you may notice from the gameplay that this rocket pulse doesn't just shoot like the micro rockets, it shoots sticky bombs. And these will stick onto the environment, they'll stick onto enemies, and when you hold down your special reload button, they'll pop like little firecrackers.
Okay.
And it's really fun to just sort of like spray them out across like a group of guys, and then you like turn around, walk away from them, and click the button, have them like pop all behind you, because cool Guardians don't look at explosions.
So this may say a lot about me as a person, but you can also stick these to your teammates, right?
Oh,
right.
Don't do it.
Okay, so let's talk about the
Oh
next
my,
exotic. This is
there.
going to be tied to an exotic mission that's coming out in October.
Oh, PvP's about to go
You
crazy.
Excited, like Vivian was excited for the crossbows that we added. Let's talk about the Iron Axe.
Yeah, he kept me waiting, huh? Yeah, so the exotic mission.
Oh, it is an
you know,
exotic.
way back with Rise of Iron, like as a player, I remember like the YouTube videos coming out ahead of it of like YouTubers being like, hey, maybe Bungie's gonna give us this axe that's in the marketing, and like obviously didn't come to pass in that release, and like come final shape, Crows got it, and I, much like many people, were like, man, I want that axe.
When's my
So when I heard that we were going to be doing a little return,
Oh, this is
Flame
gonna be
Lance, I was
sick.
like, I'm going to twist whatever arms necessary to finally get the thing that I know I want, and I've seen other people.
Quicksilver nanites that heal the wielders upon
Relic, that's our new exotic
attaching.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think for Clayton and Jerome,
Oh man.
since this exotic mission, the team is finishing up the touches and really building this experience. It'll be launching in October. So let's just give a quick preview, no spoilers or no deep spoilers, about what's the premise.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Maya wants to expand her reach, and the best way to do that is like the same way you would with the Wi-Fi in your house. You need expanders, you need routers, right, to boost that signal. And so she is going to be looking with her hands on WarSat technology, which is why we'll be working with Saint 14 and Anna Bray throughout the season. Saint 14 is sort of our tactical expert, and then Anna, as with her association of Rasputin, having all the subject matter expertise on WarSats.
Awesome.
And not to get too deep into spoilers, but you will be working with 3 of Kayatol's Scions specialists in the mission. So,
Man, I can't wait. Yeah, October can't come soon enough. So let's come back to today.
Oh, so
and
wait, so then
I keep checking my.
so then what do we get?
watch
So what do we have now then?
minutes until launch. We also have a slate of legendary.
God dog. It's like every time one of their ads get up, I want to punch the screen, but I'm like, no, it's my screen. Oh God, it's crazy. It is what it is. It is what it is.
For the first time, you can get all of ESPN, Disney Plus, and Hulu with one epic offer. The biggest sports.
Specialists in the mission. So
There we go.
Man, I can't wait. Yeah, October can't come soon enough. So let's come back to day one. I keep checking my watch here. 10 minutes, 11 minutes until launch. We also have a slate of legendary weapons that are going to be coming out. We have some armor sets in the portal that are going to have brand new armor set bonuses, but we also have brand new weapons.
Yeah.
And I know a couple of these things are kind of complementary to exotics.
Yeah. So with Ash and Iron, we as Sandbox were like taking a look at some exotics we wanted to bring up, and we talked about Mida and Sturm getting some updates to bring them up to that modern parity. But like when those weapons came out during year one, they came with their paired weapons, and like during that time,
I have been
it made
hearing
sense,
about
like have two
the
primaries.
whole
That was what the game was.
Sturm
So when you're taking a look at
bug
like,
that's
bringing
going
them up to
on.
modern Sandbox standards, you're like, well, should probably hit it for the paired weapons as well too. So we took a look at some of our other special archetypes, and we're like, what could we set up for this? So with this release, we've talked about them, I believe, in the TWID, but we are going to have a rocket frame Drang Unfall, and a new
Rocket
like,
frame
lightweight Mida
Drang.
macro tool shotgun. And both of them have perk pools that kind of key off of being those paired weapons. So like Mida
What's
macro
with so
tool is
many
considered
rocket
an
frame
extra
weapons
turtle, and
now?
it's really fun to like run that with Mida, because then you have like, you know, you pop a couple guys to get those like attachments onto Mida, and then you switch and you have Discord proc, and you like slap a guy, and then you just are able to like pump into a bunch of dudes. And it's got the really cool draw animation from Wastelander back during 30th anniversary. So you get
Like,
that
I
cool,
mean-
like, cowboy draw. And it's so fun to run
And
around
the
with.
sidearm is arc, correct?
It is our second arc rocket frame sidearm. It's got a pretty big mag size, so instead of one shot on this one, it has jolting feedback, which is pretty fun to plug a couple rockets into a guy and have them jolt.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the micro rockets.
Yeah, and these are
I
going
don't
to be
know.
added
It's,
so through the portal.
I got it was fine in Lightfall, but
and that's where you're going to earn some of these.
now I feel like we just we're kind of overusing it now, because like we had it in Lightfall, then we had it in Edge of Fate,
Let's move on. Our last conversation, or our last topic
and
today is going to be around events.
I don't even think I used any of the Edge of Fate weapons, if I'm honest.
And Clayton, what are we going to be doing today?
yeah, we're
Like I used
we're launching with new
a
territories.
few,
for
but
the game.
there was nothing that really stuck out to me that I used. For the most part, I used my
challenges,
necrotic
weekly
grips
challenges,
build.
Or it's for a week, so one weekly challenge, and then it has its own reward track and an event home that you can launch the activity from.
I literally just been using like my necrotic build,
I believe it's next
my
week. We
necrotic
also
grips
have Iron
build,
Banner coming back. So is that also
my
gonna
trials
have an
weapons,
event home?
Yes, we'll have
and
event home.
the
same
weapons
same
from
sort of things where daily challenges, a weekly challenge.
what's it
you'll have a
called?
reward track. We have a hand cannon.
The Solstice
from there,
event.
We have an armor set, and you'll have your title.
I really have not been chasing any of the new stuff. Like I have Mint retrograde, but I think it's like a tier 1, tier 2.
Awesome.
Like I'm
And then
like
the
level
third
I'm
event
like
that's gonna be
level
coming is
1,
March.
not level
Coming
1.
back, the first one
Jeez,
was all
level
centered around listen,
359,
We have the
359,
shotgun style hand cannon.
357,
Yeah.
somewhere
With this
between
one, it's gonna be
357 and
shotguns.
360.
Yeah, we're taking a look at shotguns this time around. So much like during the prior Arms Week, we will also have a cool slate of shotgun mods this time around. My favorite of which, when the designer who was working on them, Taylor Bjorndal, who was on the stream before, when he was starting to work on them, me and him were sort of bouncing ideas back and forth. And I was talking about like old rapid fire frame shotguns when they had like the.
Is this
really
event
fast
still
rate
active?
of fire, and I was like, I mean, what if all shotguns shot like that? And he like paused for a minute, and then I got the message. What if they're all just Fourth Horsemen?
Bjorn, you mad scientist.
It is really entertaining to take a slug shotgun and have it shoot that fast.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of celebration with these volatile mods for hand cannons during that week. So with shotguns,
Because I
we
need
have the one
to.
that's effectively going to be.
If it is still
fourth
out,
horsepower
I do want to
everywhere.
try to
We have
go
one more.
for
Yeah, and we'll
another
leave that for
version of the
Pepsi.
shotgun,
Super awesome.
and maybe the
Next
sword.
up on the slate, we have Fest of the Lost is going to be coming back during Ash and Iron.
Oh,
and,
yes.
we have a preview of our armor sets. So these are armor ornament sets. Y'all voted on these earlier in the year last year.
So we got Slenderman. Was it the Bridal and then
I cannot wait to have those
Jason?
on my shoulders. But with Fest of the Lost, we have some new activity content, correct?
That's right. The Headless Ones have broken out of Haunted Lost Sector jail. Because of that, we have new activities. So we have a new PvE 6-player activity called Haunted Altars. And then we have a new PvP activity called Red Rumble. Hocus Focusing is coming back. It's going to be a 2-week-long activity. We have 2 new weapons, a Reprise weapon. You'll have your reward track, event home, the whole shebang. I'm very excited.
So we're getting a
it's very
6.
fun to play in those activities.
Okay.
Chaos. Just all chaos.
And then the last on our list, so Jerome, we have a new event called Call to Arms that's going to be coming at the end of Ash and Iron. Can you give us a quick overview?
Sure. We're going to
Come
be
on.
working with
Please cook. Please cook for Halloween. Please cook for Halloween. You have to. Halloween has to be one of the best ones. You got to do it.
Deserved R&R in the tower and being our liaison.
You got to do it. Y'all have to cook.
Foundries. We have to remember that most of the guns that the Guardian fires.
I know we're not bringing back the Foundry.
And produced in the last city. Of course, we know that they're actually designed and produced here with the sandbox team.
What do you mean? Cassoid's in-house.
Mr. Cassoid right here. So we will be working with Devram to stress test the latest and greatest in gear from the foundries.
Oh my
and
God.
The Guardians that can push their gear the furthest and get the most out of it will reap the greatest reward. So there's a competitive aspect to it as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, when we're talking about this competitive aspect,
Oh my
Call to Arms
God,
is
having
gonna be a
PTSD of the Foundry.
some
Oh my
cosmetics that we can
goodness.
earn, but then we have kind of some cosmetics at the top for our
That
our
was.
hardcore, so to speak.
Y'all want to talk about the grinds?
We're talking about a helmet.
Yeah.
The
we have a
Foundry
helmet.
was
It is
was
fantastic.
crazy. Just imagine
when you equip it,
playing
you
like
learn that
a
top
whole
burn, you
week
have
for
this,
one
like,
piece of a
hail
weapon.
flames, coming from
Like
the
you can only get it
Like,
one. You can only
all of
get
these
like one
flames
piece,
signify that you
and
are
you have to build
atop,
that piece.
atop
It
the
was
sector.
so. It was
As I load
so.
into the tower, I'm gonna see this.
Oh
guy
my
with a
gosh, it
giant
was so
fiery
egregious.
robot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna know,
Jeez,
okay,
it was
they
so
were top of the
egregious.
call.
Impressed.
It took me literally
And we have
almost
some
a
cosmetics, like we
month
said, for,
to get
for just different players too. Like I believe there's an exotic
Le Monarch,
ornament for
and
the
then you can only
red
work on
North
one
Track,
weapon at a
and
time.
bunch of other
That
things
was the
for it.
crazy
So
part.
We have daily login rewards as well, and we have vouchers that will actually help.
Like
set you up
my
for,
group was like
the next season.
one person was going for like Izanagi's
thanks for the
Burden,
quick
and I was going for Le Monarch, and I was like, dude,
about
it
this
took a
event.
month to
And,
get that
as
weapon.
we're going
It was
through
bad.
Ash and Iron, we'll have an update before each of these events to give you a quick
Oh, it was
or,
bad.
recap of what we've been
Y'all
doing.
talk about
So,
crafting weapons
just to end it as well, we
with
have a
something.
brand new
Just imagine if we did crafting weapons the same way they did the Foundry.
introduced through Rage.
Jeez.
And this one is going to be through our events. To start, it's going to be a low drop chance from any of the events that we just covered, and then in Call to Arms, you can focus this thing to really hammer on getting those rolls. And Noah, what's the damage type on this?
Yeah, so you might have seen it in the gameplay. It's going to be a stasis crossbow.
Oh.
And obviously, with a stasis weapon comes stasis perks. And I'm very happy to say that it does have choke clip, and it in fact does freeze in 2 shots. And oh my god, there's such like a fun play pattern of like you pop a guy twice with it, they freeze, and then if you have serrated bolts, you run up and you pull them out of it.
Oh!
So you just like put him in a major, and you cause him to explode and hit all the dudes around him. And it was an oddly fun play pattern of just running around and blasting.
Still metal. Still metal.
I can't wait. So again, to say it today with our new territories event, you can get this to drop. It will be a low drop chance, but
Oh my God, I
over
want
the
it.
rest of the season with each event, more chances, and then Call to Arms.
What was
you can
that?
Focus
Yeah.
it along with and, really go hard for the roll.
Oh, that was them. I was like,
and a Hall of Foil and Call to Arms as well. So that brings us to the end of our show. So thank you all for joining us on the couch. Thank you all for joining us at home.
That's it.
We hope you enjoyed the Vidoc. The Renegades pre-orders are live now, and as we said at the top of the show,
Okay.
we have some new pre-order incentives that also apply to the Year of Prophecy folks that purchase that edition. A new legendary ship, a new legendary emblem, and then in 3 minutes here we have.
No. Okay. Okay. That's it. All right. That's it. So what we're going to do is Now that we have that ready, hold on. Okay. Where is... Because now that we have that good... I see, I see. Pow. I swear it's always whenever I do a live stream, this shit wanna get crazy. Boom. There we go. See? That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so now that we have that out the way, and that is good to go, we can actually do... Let me see. Of course it would. Why wouldn't it, chat? There it goes. Because of course it would be messed up, right? No, because that's too easy, right? Why would it not? We love to see it. Boom. There we go. There we go. Close enough, right? Full send. Full send. Alrighty. So now that we... Oh my God. I swear. I swear. Brother. Brother. Oh my God. Don't you do this to me. This makes me want to like throw my console out the window. Bro, what? Delete it off the PS5 and download it again. Oh my God. Brother. God hates me. Because there's no way this just happened. There's no way. And you know what it is? Is I literally my M.2 I didn't even say I just got it. I got one from PlayStation and it's been literally giving me so many issues. Like I just really just want to rip it out and destroy it. I really do. I really do. Like it is a pain. And the crazy thing is I can't download this while I'm streaming. I can't download it while I'm streaming. I genuinely cannot download it while I'm streaming. That's the crazy thing. I can't download it while I'm streaming. Because it's gonna be so you know what? We're gonna improvise. That's exactly what we're gonna do. You know, I wanted to run this on my console. We're gonna run it on PC. Full sin. We're gonna run it on the PC. We're gonna do it. I will download this another time. We're not doing this. Not today. Genuinely, and I know we did this stream test a while back of like trying to run it on run it like that, but at this point, this is ridiculous. This is re-damn ridiculous. Like I don't even know what to say to this. I genuinely don't know what to say to that. we're we're just gonna do this way. I'm not even gonna. We're just gonna do all of this stuff like right here, right here, right here. We're gonna I'm gonna move some stuff around, and we're gonna do it this way because this is ridiculous. Like of all the things to do, like now, like really now. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is wild. This is actually pretty wild. This is wild. This is wild. I was not planning on running Destiny like this. I am so sorry. But full sin. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. All right. Where is my OBS? Because we're we're gonna make this work. Testing, testing, testing. Ah, okay. Appreciate it. Dang. So I've been telling. So I was literally recapping what was going on the entire time. Well, I appreciate it, brother. Because I was switching. I had to switch from my PS5 to my PC, so I had to switch the settings because crazy enough, as soon as I got through doing the recap for the uh the developer live stream, I went to go and fire up Destiny on my console, and the game corrupted, and it told me I had to re-download it. So now I'm gonna have to re-download Destiny on my PS5. I'm gonna do that shit later. I'm not about to do that right now. So right now I'm back on my PC. So we're doing the combination developer live stream slash PS5 PC stream right now. So I know my luck, right? But it is what it is, though. It is what it is. So basically, what I was saying before. Let me make sure. Okay, it's moving fast. So that means that I'm back on this. All right. So basically, what I was saying is, last time you guys talked to me, I had 50, 60 days left in the army, and then now I'm back down. Now I'm down to 19 days, right? So, with that being said, I'm at the point to where I actually turn in the house next week, and then I have like 2 weeks or 2 or so weeks for my transition period for getting out the military. So pretty much I go on terminal leave on the 18th, and then for that little 18th to the 1st, I may or may not be streaming. It really just depends because I'm packing up my stuff the 16th or the 17th and shipping it. Where I've been pretty much this last month and a half, is pretty much I was in a Vestatech program that was supposed to be a thing for soldiers or service members because it depends on the branch. It's pretty much transitioning from the military to the civilian life for IT. So I was in that program. So I was basically doing the Washington's Vetatech program, which is a good program. So I was doing it for cloud server and cloud administration since I'm already in IT. So I'm IT specialist right now, but I've also worked at SysAd, system administration. So I was trying to convert it over to the cloud version since projections for it shooting through the roof and stuff like that, and AI and all that stuff. So the IT portion of like everything that's going on right now as far as technology, they really want you to have AI. They just it's at this point it's unavoidable. Like they're not kicking people out of the jobs per se, but they will if you don't have AI. So we have to switch all our certifications to the AI version of the certs. Like I have Security Plus, so now I gotta get Sec AI. So it's like Security AI now, which CompTIA is going to be rolling out next year. So even though I just recertified for my certifications of that, I now got to go and get the new versions of those next year to try to pretty much stay above the curve. So any version of CompTIA that they're going to be rolling out, I got to get the AI version of it, and then I got to start working on my AWS cert. So there's a bunch of certifications that I got to start working on, especially if I'm going to stay in like the civilian slash like military section. So that really just depends. But I was in the Washington's Vetatech program for this time like since the last time I streamed, right? So it's been like what, a month or so, a month and a half ago. So I've been working on like clearing from the military and working on trying to get this program done. However, I had to drop the course yesterday because my unit kind of like dropped the ball because they got deployed, and I pretty much stayed because I'm getting out the military, right? So I'm getting out the army. So I'm staying with Rear D for my unit, and they're trying to help me out process and all that other stuff. And I sent up my paperwork for them to let me attend this program. So I ended up going to the college here. And what ended up happening is because they didn't process the paperwork in time, I had to drop the courses, or else I would have ended up paying on, to say, $25,000. So I was like, I'm not about to play. I'm not about to play 25 G's. So we had to drop the course, and then that was pretty much it. So now I'm back to square one. So now I'm just pretty much waiting for my applications to be looked at from different jobs. Which, I mean, it's a bummer. I was doing really good in the course. I was actually doing pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. The Linux and Python that they had me doing, oh my goodness. I was literally at some point I was going to do a stream to where it was me doing my homework on stream, but like what I mean by I'm horrible at math. I am terrible. I am terrible when it comes to math. Like this one, it was hexadecimals and it was binary and hexadecimals that they had me doing in the class, and I was like, dude, I barely got to algebra. Like I barely got to algebra. I'm still learning algebra. I did pre-algebra. I got to pre-algebra, and then that was where I stopped. I stopped at pre-algebra because I had dropped out, got my GED, joined the military. Like I joined the Marines, got out, went back into warehousing, then went into the Army, and then I'm getting out now, and now they're like, hey, you need to do algebra, hexadecimals, and binary, and I'm talking about it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, and then Python is a whole different. Python and Linux is a whole different animal. Like the way that I work on the IT side, I work in the network administration and system administration side. So I'm just, I'm configuring router switches and doing all the kind of stuff. But me trying to learn the system admin side of me actually doing like working with Python, Linux, and actually doing coding and stuff like that. Oh man, I don't know how my brother does it. My brother works in that side, and he works on the coding side, and I work on the networking side. So we're two sides of it. And then my other brother, we're like the trivector of it. Like I work on the networking, one side works on the coding, and the other side works on cybersecurity. But I also kind of work on cybersecurity, but I don't specialize in it. I can do cybersecurity. I can do networking, cybersecurity. The coding one is a little bit different to me. It's difficult. It is difficult. It really is difficult. But for the most part, it's not bad, but the mathematics, oh my goodness. When I'm talking about guys, like, hold on. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. I'll show you a bit of what my homework was. Like, I don't know if you could, like, I don't know if you guys can make sense of it. Like this, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this was what it was. Like I don't know if you can see it, but it was bad. It was horrible. Like binary and hexadecimals, I'm never again. Like I had to convert. I had to convert the stuff from binary to hexadecimals, and like I don't know if you guys can see it. Like I had to. It was bad. I am not the best at math, but hey, it is what it is. I was trying my best. But when it came to the networking stuff, like our semester is like 8 weeks or whatnot. I was already we're on week 2 of our semester, but I was already on week 6 of the networking side. But I was on week 2 of the Python, Linux, and the Python and Linux. I was on week 2 because I was like, hey, since I don't understand that one, I'm just gonna go with the course. But the networking side, since I already worked on it, I was like, I just went ahead with it. But because they didn't have the actual program stuff. Well, not the program stuff, because they didn't have the actual admission side done for me. For my unit, I couldn't stay in the course. So it is what it is. So as of right now, what's probably going to happen is depending on the jobs, I'll either stay here in Washington or I will end up going to Florida. So it really just depends. But I've also been talking to AGR right now, so they're trying to see if they can get me a different position here. because what my goal is or was for the military was for me to drop my warrant packet, because that's really what I wanted to. Because I'm not trying to go to like the actual commission side for the officers. Like, I'm not trying to be a lieutenant or a captain. I'm not political at all. I hate politics. And being an NCO is, it's not bad, but it's not good neither. And well, my experience, it's not bad, but it's not good either. So I'm not trying to stay on that side, but it really just depends. Actually, hold on. I don't even think the sound from my game is even coming out. Of course. Troubleshooting. Oh. Stop. So, if you're wondering, I have my controller on my PC, but my controller has stick drift because I play too many fighting games in Destiny. I do have my new one, but I'm gonna wait until after I move to actually use that one. But only 19 days left, so it really boils down to, will that 19 days be? Well, I am getting out of the army. I am getting out the army in 19 days, unless something like crazy happens. I'm getting out in 19 days. But as far as like afterwards, I'm really thinking about doing the active guard reserves and then just picking up another job, like either as a contractor or maybe just some type of IT job, and doing it that way. So that way it'd be more beneficial for me to, and a lot better for my family. Because right now, me and my family, we're separated right now. So it's not my favorite. You feel me? And then, given how this situation is going to be, I don't know how long I'm actually going to be separated from them. So I'm just trying to work things out right now, and I need insurance, especially for my daughter, because like after the after the whole cancer thing, like her, just trying to keep insurance for her, baby girl, she gonna need it. She is going to need it. Hold on. Get out of here. Yeah. Boom. There you go. I don't think my desktop stuff is good. Do I have music on? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now okay. All right, there we go. I think what's MNK? Why not play MNK? What's that? Because I do know at some point I need to stream. Oh, mouse and keyboard. Oh, I don't know, brother. I don't know. I should. Like I should. I don't know. I feel like it's been so long since I've played mouse and keyboard on the game. Like it really it's. Hold on, let me see. I couldn't even tell you the last MMO I've actually played with mouse and keyboard. And I used to beta test so many old MMOs and so many MMOs like back in the day. Like I used everything. Like I want to say the last time I played mouse and keyboard, specifically on an MMO, Final Fantasy 14. Oh god, dog. I'll turn you down like 2 notches. Yeah, there we go. God, dog. And I play my sensitivity high as fuck too. It's been a minute. It has been a minute since I played, especially trying to play this on like it's gonna be a while before I play Crucible like this. It's gonna be a while before I do that. You said very high sensitivity. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, dude. My sensitivity is it's crazy. I could even tell you what this shit is on. 40. Double. Oh my god. Oh, let me see. Oh my goodness. I mean, I probably could. I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret this. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret this hardcore. Oh, I'm gonna regret this hardcore. I will do one match with mouse and keyboard. Oh my god, I'm about to get my ass whooped, brother. Oh, I'm about to get dunked on. I still got old builds that I gotta delete. Oh, I'm about to get my shit pushed in. I'm about to get destroyed. Damn. What is this? Oh, why am I even doing this? And Strum is still bugged. Oh, I'm really about to get my ass whooped. Oh, I'm cooked. I didn't even think about it. I'm cooked. Oh, I'm cooked. Oh, I'm cooked. Oh yeah, it's a done deal. Oh, it's wraps. Oh man. All right. Forgive me, chat. Forgive me. Oh man. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are you I don't know why you got me doing this, bro. I don't know why you got me doing this. Oh my god. Come on, come on. Peek, peek it, peek it, peek it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Well, I'm about to get my ass whooped. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Now you see why. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't do it. Let me put my controller back on, bro, cuz right now I can't do it. The bottom? The bottom? Oh my god. Oh god. God, dog, why are they all just sitting with it? Oh, of course. See, and this is also why I didn't want to like stream on the PC because like trying to stream on the PC and or stream on my PC and playing at the same time is ridiculous. Oh god. Ooh. This is not the map for this. God dog it. I'm getting my ass whooped. Everybody and their grandma and hand cannons. Oh my god. I'm about to say, I'm not gonna lie, I might have to just re-download it because like trying to stream like this is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Vigilance Wing? Brother. What? Ah. Strum, 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 and strum. Brother. God dog it. Yeah, I was not ready for PvP tonight. Am I missing something? Brother. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at the feed. Yeah, there's like literally no point in trying to stream like this. Oh my god. I did horrible. I did horrible. God, dog, I did horrible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Momentum of the past. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. Let's re-download it. God. This is crazy. Oh my god. The fact that I gotta re-download this thing again is ridiculous. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. For it to get corrupted and then re-download it. This is crazy. Hold on real quick. This is crazy. Okay, so the M.2 SSD that I have literally just like shit on my console. Oh my god. It was downloading Destiny, and then all of a sudden, boom. It's not. This is crazy. This is what we're gonna do. Because apparently I don't know what's in this one. Nothing. Remove. But apparently you get to see my ugly mug now. Hell yeah. And it's still not starting. Oh my goodness, bro. This is crazy. I'm so sorry. This is ridiculous. Shit's so crazy. Let's see. Why can't I move it? Alright, let's try this shit again. Because this is wild. Alright. Alright. Dude, it's I think it killed it. I think it killed the console. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Yeah. It's doing like the blue light of death. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. Rest in peace, PS5. Rest in peace. Rip. Oh my god. Like it's just it's not doing anything. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Bro. Bro, this is not. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm gonna be highly upset if I have to restart everything. Dude. Like it's genuinely not wanting to restart all the way. Like it's literally just doing like the little blue light and it's flashing. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. And what's you want to know what's adds like the to the injury, right? The M.2 is from Sony. It's literally the PlayStation version of it. It's literally the PlayStation version of it. It's not like a knockoff brand or anything or it's different. It's literally from the developers themselves. And it's been giving me so much problems. So much problems. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. God dog it. This is this is so bad. This is so bad right now. God, dog it, man. This is crazy. brother. Of all the days, for this to happen. Okay, let's see if I actually have to rebuild the hard drive or the database. This is like it's not even doing. Oh my god, bro. It's not even wanting to register, dude. I might actually have to. Like re-download everything. Like no bullshit. I might have to. Let me see something. Oh, this is nuts. All right. Okay. Come on, do something. Come on, baby. Oh my god. It's having like a seizure right now. Oh my goodness. Like I look calm right now, but I'm inside. I'm genuinely pissed off right now. I'm genuinely pissed off right now. Hold on. I'll actually show you what's going on. If it pops up. It's not even acknowledging that my PS5 is even here anymore, bro. This is this is crazy right now. Hold on. Dude. Like that's what the flash is. The flash is literally the screen. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. It's literally a Sony it's literally a Sony SSD. That's the crazy part. It's literally a Sony SSD. There we go. You see this shit? You see this shit? That's the PS5 right now. That's literally the PS5. That's literally the PS5 right now. Bro, this is crazy. Oh my god. I'm generally gonna have to like I'm gonna have to do one of two things. I'm gonna either have to delete everything off of my hard drive and then get rid of the SSD altogether, like literally like throw it away, because other than it, because it seems like it's not gonna let me run my PS5 while it's still in here. And I want to stream. I would like to stream off my PC, but I can't. It's streaming off the PC while you're actually gaming on the PC. It's, as y'all seen before. It's not as great. It's not as great. That the buffering, it's not. Oh my god. Let me see if I can put it in recovery mode and see if I can actually work with this. This is nuts. This is like it's it's not even dude. Brother. Oh my god. This is bullshit. You know, I would have thought like after a certain point it would at least kick back on in the work. No, it's this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, bro. Actually, like, I'm really trying not to crash out right now. Yo, yo. There's like, oh my God. Okay, there it goes. There it goes, bro. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. There it goes. Holy shit. You know what? I'm gonna have to. As much as I don't want to, I'm gonna have to. Dog. Ah. Rest in peace, chat. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I don't even I don't even remember what was even on it now. 15 games? Bro, there's Wait, so what happened? Wait. It said only the SSD. What happened to the Brother, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Bro. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. The main data is not installed on the bro. I literally lost everything except Monster Hunter's chat. Hold on. Let's. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not the save data. Maybe. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. Times like this, I am so glad Destiny is an online game. Cause it hit, like, could you imagine? You done locked in 11 years in Destiny, and all that shit's gone. Dog it, man. That's wild. Hold on. And where is this downloading to? I'm not gonna lie. I'm low-key about to, like, rip out this hard drive and just, like, get rid of it. Like, because there's no way. To delete everything. Why is Skull back on here? Oh my boy. I don't even hear the sound on this thing. Okay. This is crazy, man. God. Okay. I think. this this should have this ended up being the stream test. God dog it. That's the crazy thing. Okay. All the things. Well, I'm about to say, with that being said, I'm gonna have to just let it do what it do and then let it download stuff and then plan accordingly. But it was glad I'm glad to be back. Wish it was, a better situation. But I will be streaming again later today since I am free now. So I do appreciate everybody coming out here for the stream. I'm sorry that my PlayStation just like died on us. And oh man, I'm gonna have to download everything again. I mean, for the most part, at least the saves are good. But oh man. We'll see. But I'll definitely be back on later. I do appreciate everybody that came through and was on. I will be back.